Hey y'all, what's good, beautiful people? It's your girl Tay, and I am here yet again with another update video. So definitely make sure you guys smash that like button, comment down below, subscribe, plus push your post notification bell button so that way anytime I upload a video, you will be notified. So I have to give you guys a quick disclaimer. My son is literally in the bathroom. Don't worry, he is not in there by himself, but he is in the bathroom right there. He is having the time of his life. I like to do his baths in the morning time because it's not as cold. Well, it's actually the afternoon. It's like 12:40 something in the afternoon, but I like to give him his bath sometimes earlier in the day because it's not as cold as it is at nighttime. But yeah, so he's in there having the time of his life. So if you hear some screaming and some little baby chitter chatter, that is your internet son. He is in there splashing, you know, his life away. But anyways, you guys, I am feeling much better. I really want to come on here and say thank you to you guys for sending me all of your well wishes, your home remedies, your prayers, your support. It really does mean a lot to me, you guys. I mean, personally, you know, on a personal note, I do have a really small support system, and when I say small, I do mean by zero. I mean, I do have my brother, you know what I mean? But in terms of immediate family, I don't know if I've ever disclosed this to you guys before, but my immediate family, unfortunately, is deceased. Both my parents are deceased. My grandmother who raised me is deceased. My grandmother on my mother's side is deceased. And I'm not saying this for a pity party. I'm just kind of explaining the fact that I don't have a support system like most people have. So when I say I'm a single mom, I am a single mom. So it really does mean a lot to me to get that support and the well wishes from you guys. Okay, but enough of that. We are going to jump right into the news today. So I did not get a chance. I was hoping to. I should have, but I did not check on emergency SNAP maximum benefits. But to be perfectly honest, I like doing that with you guys anyway. So we are going to go to the news first. I don't know. Where is it though? Okay, here we go. So we are going to jump into the news first and see what they're talking about over there to give y'all your daily news updates today. Here we go. So the first thing that I found to be interesting, this came out yesterday, but it says California will end the statewide mask mandate on February the 15th. Now, there are some stipulations in this. Okay, there is some requirements. Okay, there's some things that you guys want to take note of if you're in the state of California. It says California will end its indoor masking requirement for vaccinated people next week, but masks still are the rule for school children. State health officials announced this Monday, which was yesterday, amid rapidly falling virus cases. After February the 15th, unvaccinated people still will be required to be masked indoors, and everyone, vaccinated or not, will have to wear masks in higher risk areas like public transportation and nursing homes and other congregate living facilities, officials said. Local governments can continue their own indoor masking requirements. And last week, Los Angeles County health officials said they intend to keep theirs in place beyond the state deadline. So if you are a part of Los Angeles County, then you will still have to submit to the mask mandate, okay? Some California counties are not aligning with the state's guidance to drop the mask mandate, and I'm actually pretty happy about that, okay? LA County is just one of them. State officials also announced that indoor mega events with more than 1,000 people will have to require vaccinations or negative tests for those attending, and those who are unvaccinated will be required to wear masks. For outdoor events with more than 10,000 people, there is no vaccination requirement, but mask or negative tests are recommended, okay? Those thresholds include from current 500 attendees for indoor and 5,000 attendees for outdoor events. The increased threshold comes after Sunday Super Bowl that will draw as many as 100,000 football fans to SoFi Stadium outside Los Angeles. Excuse me, you guys. You know I'm still dealing with what I'm dealing with, so y'all just gonna have to bear with me, okay? It goes on to say with the cases falling fast, California also is lifting a requirement that people produce a negative test before visiting hospitals and nursing homes, effective immediately. That makes no sense to me. So the rest of this to me is just nonsense because I don't believe half of the crap that's in here. To be perfectly honest, I believe, because it goes on to talk about our Governor Gavin Newsom. It says Governor Gavin Newsom administration brought back the masking mandate in mid-December as the Omicron gained momentum, and last month extended the requirement through February the 15th. California passed 80,000 pandemic deaths and 8 million confirmed positive cases last week, but new cases, hospitalizations, and ICU admissions all continued falling Monday and are projected to keep declining at a rapid clip, okay? Yeah, I think this is a bunch of nonsense. I think there was another article in here that I wanted to read to you guys. I don't see it. However, I believe that our governor is moving to cancel the mask mandate because he's one of the ones that's not wearing his mask in areas where he should. Okay. And this is my thing. This is where the politicians drop the boat, in my opinion. This is just one of the many things. Okay, they don't lead by example. That is the biggest, I would say, pet peeve of mine. You want everybody else to wear masks, but you're not wearing one. I don't care if you're vaccinated. It doesn't matter. How can you stand for something but not be doing it? It's kind of like being a vegetarian, but telling people to be a vegetarian, but you eat meat. You get what I'm saying? It just doesn't make any sense. So for that reason alone, I think that it's just a bunch of nonsense. And I think, like I said, I believe that the only reason why he is doing that is so people can stop coming down on him, because there's been a lot of articles released. There's been a lot of him in the news, period. Even though some things that he's done has been great, but not all of it has been great. Okay, we can agree there. Okay, but I feel like one of the main reasons why this is happening right now, because come on, you guys, every time they say cases are falling, people are not falling. I'm not exactly sure where they're getting these numbers from. People are still struggling. People are still losing their family members. So I don't get it. You know what I mean? This is nonsense to me. But it is what it is. Moving on, Congress moves to prevent government shutdown before February 18th deadline. It seems like every couple of months they're in danger of shutting down, and then it never actually happens. And they end up passing these very small, insignificant bills that only makes it possible for them to remain in business so that they can get paid, but doesn't really do much for anybody else. Lawmakers are expected to act as soon as this week to head off a February 18th deadline for a government shutdown, with a top House Democrat saying a short-term funding bill is in the works as usual. We're going to get something done. It'll probably be short-term CR, and it will be this coming week to give us a little more time. House Majority Leader Steny Hoyer, a Maryland Democrat, told MSNBC Sunday, referring to a continuing resolution or stopgap budget. As the Hill reported, the need for such a stopgap funding measure comes as key House and Senate leaders have been swapping offers to try to come up with a bigger bill that would fund the government through September 30th, which is the end of the fiscal year for this current year, 2022. It's unclear, meanwhile, how long a continuing resolution would last. Senate Republican Whip John Thune of South Dakota, the number 2 Senate Republican, said he expected that if there is a stopgap budget, it would be short term, according to the Hill. Moving on from that, there was something else that I saw that I wanted to share with you guys. Jumping back into Black news, because I love doing it. Racist school near Boston that served fried chicken for Black History Month blames African American cook. Now, this came out 2 days ago. And let me say this before I read this article. This in no way has anything to do with this article. This is just my personal opinion about the situation. Now, while I understand in certain situations how saying things like African Americans only eat fried chicken and watermelon is a negative thing, at the end of the day, what I'm going to say is I'm an African American. I love fried chicken and I do love watermelon. Okay, so this is how I feel about it. Just like I tell my children, and this is something that I tell my children. Y'all just let me know if y'all agree. I'm just going on a tangent here. So bear with me. Just keep up with me, okay? This is what I tell my children. I was having this conversation actually with my daughter last night while I was laying here in my bed trying to rest and relax and just kind of replenish myself. We were watching Raising Dion, which is about a little black boy who has, and it doesn't have anything to do with the fact that he's African American. I just said that just for context. But it's about a child basically who was born with superpowers. But there's a lot of little intricate details to this series. It's on Netflix, by the way, totally not sponsored. But there's a lot of little intricate details in this series that I was pointing out to my daughter. One of the facts is that he has a best friend who is a disabled Caucasian child. No, I don't think she's Caucasian. I think she's actually Hispanic. But he's in a circle of friends. One of them is Caucasian. It's a little boy, and one of them is a young girl. She's I think she's Hispanic because her name is Esperanza, and she's disabled. She's in a wheelchair, and he befriends her. They're best friends. They do anything for each other, and he sees past her disabilities. He doesn't see that. He sees her as a human being, period, right? So I was talking to my daughter about this, and I told her this is the perfect example of a friendship. Don't let people make you feel bad because you are different than other people, okay? And by different, obviously I'm talking about, okay? Don't let people make you feel bad because you are different, honey. You want to embrace that. I have been told all my life a great deal of things about me in a negative light, okay, which now I am embracing in a positive light. I am African American. I am a woman. So when people say that to me, I'm no longer offended. I don't get mad because you're telling me something that's great about myself. You know what I mean? I say all of this to say that it doesn't bother me anymore when people say that we like fried chicken and we like watermelon, because we do. I do. It's my favorite doggone fruit. I can eat watermelon all day long. I can eat fried chicken all day long with hot sauce. Yep, sure do. Doesn't make me feel bad. I just wanted to put that out there because I really want my people to wake up. You know what I'm saying? Let's focus on the things that are more important. There are things more important out there. Let's talk about this police brutality. Let's talk about all this other stuff, the more violent, okay, crimes done against us, rather than someone saying that we like watermelon and fried chicken, honey. I'm just putting it out there. I'm just saying we need to wake up and pay attention to the stuff that's more important, okay? Focus on not passing down these hateful trends to our children. I don't teach my children skin color. I teach my children equality. I teach my children to love all. I teach my children to accept all. Don't accept bull. Okay, don't accept people bullying you. Don't accept people treating you differently because of this. Okay, don't accept that. But accept that people are different. We come in all different types of color, shades, sizes, personalities. Okay, it is what it is. Okay, we're all human beings. If you cut us all, we will all bleed. And if you ain't bleeding, then that's the story and the conversation for a different day. We ain't gonna jump into that. But anyways, I just had to share that before I jump into this to give you some context of where I sit with this particular situation. The levels of tone deafness displayed during Black History Month always seem subsequently be The levels of tone deafness displayed during Black History Month always seem subsequently more ignorant. Okay, yeah, I read that right. They just proofread, y'all. Jeez. And this year has already been no exception within the first week of the annual observation honoring the historical accomplishments of and contributions from African Americans. Case in point, a mostly white Catholic high school in suburban Boston not only willingly chose to serve fried chicken for its Black History Month event last week, but administrators also turned around and placed the blame squarely on the shoulders of an African American cafeteria worker, offering a unique double whammy of racist practices decried by Black students. Honestly, I feel like that's something that came from their parents. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? Accept responsibilities. If you're teaching your children not to accept dumb stuff like this, then of course they're going to go to school and raise hell. Again, that's not what they should be concerned about at school. There should be an investigation, obviously, but I'm going to read on. It says the head of the Xavier Brothers High School said he was sorry before deflecting the blame to a Black woman, despite the responsibility for actively promulgating a racial stereotype that has its roots in slavery falling on the school located about 24 miles southwest of Boston. We are deeply troubled and disheartened by our failure in this instance and take full responsibility for it. Jacob Conca said in a statement, according to the Boston Globe, offer my sincere apologies for the harm that our actions may have caused. But what came next was a stunning example of a lack of personal and professional accountability that was dripping with racial overtones. Conca said a Black cafeteria worker at the school asked to share a piece of her culture by creating menu items that represent historically Southern Black cuisine. He added that Xavier Brothers saw this as an educational opportunity for our young men and women and worked with our Office of Community Culture and Equity to help frame the initiative. The cafeteria worker in question has neither been identified nor made available to tell her side of the story, so the only narrative is provided by the school. Further, it's important to note that nowhere in Conca's apology is the acknowledgement of the racist association of fried chicken with Black people. Like I said, I do understand that there is a racist association with fried chicken and various things when it comes to stereotypes that is on the back of all African American people. However, I feel like in this particular situation, and I could be wrong, we haven't heard from, like they said, there has been no conversation with the cafeteria person. But if she came and asked, you know what I'm saying? I feel like if it's coming from a person from within the African American company, African American community came in and said, hey, you know what, it's Black History Month. I work in the cafeteria. This is the only way that she could probably contribute, was to come in and show things or present things that she felt was significant. At the end of the day, I feel like it shouldn't be seen as negative. An African American person came in and said, hey, I feel like she did just what I told you guys about, just what I described just a couple of seconds ago. She's embracing that, hey, I make fried chicken in my household. This is very much a part of my history and my culture. Regardless of the negative connotation that's associated with it, there is still a positive light that has come from this. This is a part of our culture. You know what I'm trying to say? So I don't see what the problem is. I'm not exactly sure. I'm just not understanding where this racial talk in this particular situation came in, because if I don't know, y'all let me know what y'all think about it down below in the comment section. It says the Globe reported that Xavier Brothers even announced a main course over its loudspeakers during school on Tuesday as a part of its special meals it was planning for Black History Month, which is the confirmation that is likely not a single Black person in a decision-making leadership capacity at that school. That decided lack of diversity is always problematic when planning for any Black History Month observation. So this is just, again, my own personal opinion. And I feel like because they made it so obviously made everybody obviously aware that this is a predominantly white school, and so you probably have a few sprinkles of African American children attending this predominantly white school, and all of a sudden they start serving fried chicken. I could see how that would be miscommunicated, but I don't think that there was bad intent in this particular situation. Again, I could be wrong, y'all let me know if y'all see it differently. I'm very much open to other people's perspectives in this situation, but again, African American woman came and asked. She's not in a position of leadership, but leadership said, you know what, we want to teach this, we want to allow this. I don't see what the big deal is, because to be perfectly honest, and I know I read to you guys about the situation in Florida where I think it's in Florida, where they don't want any type of African American history to be taught in their schools. They are now trying to play victim and saying, hey, we don't want our children to learn about this at all. So to have another school that is predominantly white, y'all can come out. Is he out of the tub? Oh, he wants to come out now? If he wants to come out, let him out when he's ready. I could put this on hold, baby. Just let me know. If he's not ready, he's not ready. Sorry about that, y'all. But anyways, what was I saying? Like I said, I feel like it's completely different than the scenario in Florida where, like I said, we know that there are parents that are fighting hard to make sure that slavery and all the negative things that has been done over the years that they're still trying to cover up to this day, okay, is hidden and not taught in schools because they don't want their children to know about this for whatever the reason may be. I still don't understand that fact. So to have a school allow an African-American person to come in and say, hey, you know what, this is important to me, this is my contribution, can I do this? And then they say, yeah. And they've been announcing it, like they said, they were announcing it for however long. I just don't see anything wrong with that. You know what I'm trying to say? Y'all let me know what y'all think about it. But we're going to end this off on a good note, as I always like to do. And we are going to jump into emergency SNAP maximum benefits for the month of February. So I think I'm just going to look on my phone rather than turning the camera around. I most likely will put a video up there because that's what I do, but we are going to take a look right now, and I am going to see, hey baby, I don't think that there has been any additional states. I'm just going to go through the list here with you guys. I'm not going to give you the payout dates. I'll probably most likely do the payout dates tomorrow. So today we're just going to do a rundown of the currently approved states. So as of right now, shh, no fighting. Hush, mommy's doing a video. It's okay. We have Alabama, Alaska, Arizona, Colorado, D.C., Georgia, Hawaii, Illinois, Indiana, Iowa, Kentucky, Louisiana, Maine, Maryland, Michigan, New Jersey, New Hampshire, New Mexico, North Carolina, Ohio, Oklahoma, Oregon, Pennsylvania, Rhode Island, South Carolina, Texas, Virginia, Washington, West Virginia, Wisconsin, and Wyoming, okay? As always, you guys, that is absolutely all that I have for you guys in this video. As you can hear, my son is right here. He just got out the tub, so mommy is about to lotion him down and get him ready for the day. But yeah, you guys, I hope this information was in some way helpful or useful to you guys in the least little bit. Don't forget to smash that like button because it really does help to let YouTube know that you like what I'm doing and you want me to stick around. I know you guys can hear my voice. It's kind of in and out, you guys, but we are working it out. I'm about to have me a really big cup of some tea, which I have been drinking, lemon, honey, and all. Okay. I also put cough drops in my tea too. If y'all haven't tried that, you might want to try that out. But why are you fighting? There's no need, baby. There is no need. We don't need to fight for attention. You got that. But as always, you guys, remember to live, love, and elevate. And I will definitely see you guys in the next video. You want to say bye? Okay, that's what it is. He wants to come over here. Let me wrap you up because we can't be showing people the goods. Say bye.
Bye.
Say don't forget to subscribe.
Don't forget to subscribe.
Okay. See you where?
See you.
See you. Bye, y'all.
Bye.